Yeah. Fired up. This one's for the drivers.
Out in the shop, late night lights, grease on our hands, chasing lap times. Every turn, every line we find, trying to build that edge you feel when you drive. From the blacktop tracks to the dirt out back, we've been putting in work, yeah, we live like that. Not just fast for a lap, we make it last. So when it counts, you're gone on the gas. We don't guess, we know what it takes. Every set of build from the ground we break. If you want that feel when the car locks in, you're in the right place. Let's go in. Yeah, we built for the win. Hammer down, let it ride, do it all again. From the green flag flying to the checkered drop, we're the reason you're leading Tier 1 setup shop. Tier 1, take it straight to the front. League nights, open runs, we're the ones you want. Dialed in speed, yeah, we don't miss shots. If you wanna win races, Tier 1 setup shop. Got weekly sets ready to roll. Quality trim sharp, race pace controlled. Builders in the lab, yeah, they stay on it. Every tweak, every change, we gain on it. Need a custom fit, yeah, we do that too. Built to match your style, what you like to do. And it ain't just speed, it's a team right here. We ride together every lap, every gear. Yeah, we test, we tone, we put in the miles. Turn bad weeks into victory smiles. From rookies to pros, we're all about growth. Now fire that motor, let's get to the front. Yeah, we built for the win. Hammer down, let it ride, do it all again. From the green flag flying to the checkered drop, we're the reason you're leading Tier 1 setup shop. Tier 1, yeah, you know the name. When the pressure's on, we bring the game. From the shop to the track, yeah, we don't stop. If you wanna win races, Tier 1 setup shop. Tier 1. Till we build, till we build, till we build. Tier 1 setup shop.
Yeah.
Looking to take your racing to the next level? You need speed and you need style. At Tier 1 Setup Shop, we'll help you hit the track with total confidence. We provide race-winning setups for all three eNASCAR series, Cup, Xfinity, and trucks, plus a huge variety of asphalt oval cars. We've also brought that performance to the dirt. Winged and non-winged sprint cars, micro sprints, dirt midgets, all built by racers who know how to win. And now, get the perfect look. We offer professional wraps and graphics with Tier 1 wraps. Multiple feature artists make it easy to find a design to fit your exact needs and budget. Get what you need when you need it with individual setup purchases, or get full weekly access with a Tier 1 subscription. Tier 1 Setup Shop. You're more than a customer, you're part of the team. Looking to take your racing to
This isn't just another sim race, this isn't just another online league, and this isn't just another trophy on a shelf. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Drivers choose the charity. Talent chooses the winner. The culture is strong, but the competition is stronger. Most events focus on just one cause, not here. Each driver selects a charity to race for, leaving dozens of causes in contention as drivers fight for a place in the top 5.
Think you've got what it takes to join the Charity Cup Series? Find a cause you believe in and buckle up. This is more than your everyday sim racing experience. This is the Charity Cup Series.
This isn't
He had to do that just as we were going live. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Why did SDK not reload? We were working just fine 2 seconds ago. Seriously, SDK? Now is when you crash? Again? Welcome, one and all, to Tier 1 Studios. Apologies, give me just a minute. I am working on fixing all of this. Apologies, I promise. Don't know why it just crashed, but here we are with the Wild West Racing League. Let's see if we can get this to load here. Apologies. Seriously? This stupid program. The minute you need it, it always crashes. Oh, for crying out loud. Apologies, hang on. There we go. Apologies for that. Don't know what just happened there, but we are back with the Wild West Racing League Late Model Series here on Tuesday nights with all of us here at T1 Studios. Apologies for the delay and for the small tech issue. Sometimes it does happen out here as the 48 and the 91, excuse me, are running the infield course. Taking a little bit of extra liberty out here tonight at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway for a great night of racing here with the Wild West Racing League once again here on Tuesday nights. Apologies for the tech issue. Don't know what really happened there. We take a quick look at the racetrack tonight. Take a look at some of the track info. Just over a half-mile circuit, 450 feet above sea level, 35-mile-an-hour pit road speed limit. As we're looking at the number 3 of Trey Smith, also taking a lap or two around the infield course out here tonight. Weather for tonight is 65 degrees, 65 track temp, 1 mile an hour wind to the north, and dry surface, of course. It is the Tuesday after the Week 13 update. We are all very excited for what is yet to come with this new update out here tonight with iRacing. As Dakota Henderson falls victim to the 89 of Derek Holachak in the number 89, spinning across the racetrack. Come down to 35 seconds to go in practice. Riding on board now at the 5 of Dakota Henderson off of pit road. Nashville Fairgrounds, short but fast racetrack, big banks and high speed out here tonight. Gonna have 13 cars starting out here tonight. Blake Cuttrell, Justin Bell, Peyton Burkett, Trey Smith, Tanner Ensign, Scott Rush, Dakota Henderson we're on board with now, Mike Presley, Derek Holachak, Krishan Elliott, Marcus Kaiser, Brighton Coleman, and Mike Lovelace. down pit road at the moment, not yet fully spawned in. Again, folks, apologies earlier on for the technical issue. Don't get why SDK decided at that moment to crash, but it's all good. We head over to qualifying here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Let's see who's brave enough to tackle this racetrack first. Trey Smith, the first car out. In the Twix number 3 Rowdy machine. Kyle Busch Tribute number 3. Before we go racing, I'm going to do that myself. So we're not waiting on me. 3 of Trey Smith in the Twix number 3. Down through turns 3 and 4, green flag in the air for his first qualifying run. Down into turns 1 and 2 as we ride on board Gyrocam, all the way down on the yellow line. Off of turn 2, big slide for Trey Smith off of turn 2, down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Back inside into turns 3 and 4 we go, through the restart zone, all the way up to the wall. As the start-finish line, Trey Smith, 18.832 at the moment. Let's see if he can improve a little bit more. Much more stable off of turn 2. Tanner Ensign beating him out with 18.731. Through turns 3 and 4 we go again. Trey Smith off of 4. Past the start-finish line. Does he improve? He does. He does. There we go. 18.434. Blake Cuttrell on track now. Oh, pummels the wall off of turn 4. That's going to be his qualifying run over Justin Bell with a beautiful run in the number 8. Let's go over to Marcus Kaiser off of turn 2, all the way up against the wall in the number 42 Alabama University machine. My apologies. '47 Marcus Kaiser holding 7th at the moment. Derek Holochak and Brighton Coleman ready to go racing out here tonight as they are the next cars on the track. Let's take a look at what Brighton Coleman is up to. Off of start-finish line, currently 8th. Brighton Coleman holds 8th. Marcus Kaiser down to 9th. Mike Presley up to 7th. Holochak up to 5th. Mike Lovelace out on the racetrack now. Off of turn 4. Excuse me. Off of turn 4, past the start-finish line for his first flying lap here at Nashville Fairgrounds. Apologies for that. I'm a little tired myself. Very loose off of turn 2. Slowing it down into turns 3 and 4. Wind it back up and take another run at it. Mike Lovelace setting 9th fastest lap at the moment. Marcus Kaiser just behind him. A little bit more speed through turn 2. Down the backstretch into 3 and 4 we go now. Off of turn 4. Past the start-finish line, Mike Lovelace improves up to 8th. Peyton Burkett out on the racetrack. Let's see what he can do off of turn 2. Peyton Burkett in the number 17. Don't really know if he has a sponsor in the number 17 car, but he goes across the start-finish line. See what kind of lap he sets. He sets 8th fastest lap at the moment in the number 17. Down the backstretch and into turns 3 and 4 we go again. Past the start-finish line. Let's see if he improves. He does, up to 5th. 17 of Peyton Burkett. Scott Rush and Krishan Elliott yet to qualify out here tonight at Nashville Fairgrounds. With the Wild West Racing League, this broadcast is brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stanford Witt Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox, veteran-owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players, and different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, RAIDER PvE. Broadcast also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. Waiting on time to run on out for the end of qualifying here at Nashville Fairgrounds. Trey Smith, Justin Bell, Blake Cuttrell, Tanner Ensign, Peyton Burkett, Derek Holochak, Dakota Henderson, Mike Presley, Mike Lovelace, Brighton Coleman, Marcus Kaiser all qualified. Scott Rush and Krishan Elliott failed to qualify out here tonight at Nashville Fairgrounds as we get ready to go racing here tonight in beautiful Nashville, Tennessee. Take a look at your grid out here tonight. We also jump inside the car, so ignore the fact that I'm jumping in the car. I'm not racing, obviously. Trey Smith, Justin Bell, Blake Cuttrell, Tanner Ensign, Peyton Burkett, Derek Holochak, Dakota Henderson, Mike Presley, Mike Lovelace, Brighton Coleman down in 10th. Marcus Kaiser, Krishan Elliott, and Scott Rush rounding out your 13 cars starting the race out here tonight. Waiting on, I believe, Scott Rush, or no. We are waiting on Krishan Elliott, Derek Holochak, Tanner Ensign, and Brighton Coleman. Justin Bell, I believe they're all jumping back into the pits so that they can get off of qualifying tape. Otherwise, they're not going to get very far into this race out here tonight at Nashville. As the 91 Bark Box machine of Krishan Elliott joins the field. Waiting on Coleman, Presley, Holochak, and Ensign. Ensign on pit road now. Lovelace and Coleman on pit road. Waiting on Mike Presley and Derek Holochak as we have 25 seconds left in the pre-race before we get rolling here tonight at Nashville Fairgrounds. Ensign back off of pit road. Henderson on the pit road. Or Mike Presley, excuse me, on the pit road. My apologies. Ensign on pit road. Holochak may miss the start. Yes, he is going to, as time runs out. Derek Holochak will miss the start. Apologies. We get rolling here at Nashville Fairgrounds. 2 laps to green, I believe. Trey Smith, Justin Bell, Blake Cuttrell, Tanner Ensign, Peyton Burkett, Derek Holochak, Dakota Henderson, Mike Presley, Mike Lovelace, Brighton Coleman. Scott Rush, Krishan Elliott, and Derek Holochak starting at the tail end of the field. 1 lap to green this time by here at Nashville Fairgrounds as we see all currently 12 cars on track getting ready and warming up their tires out here tonight. I believe these are Hoosier sponsored tires, my apologies. Hoosier, I don't know. I English the goodliest, we all know this. Rolling down the backstretch once again. 42.04 in the 91, all on the bottom of the racetrack. Plenty of fast cars ready to go racing out here tonight at Nashville Fairgrounds. Pace car is off. We are rolling up through the restart zone and into the green flag as it flies here at Nashville Fairgrounds. That was a botched start from my own end, so apologies for that. 3 of Trey Smith, 8 of Justin Bell, side by side down into turns 1 and 2. 44 with a huge initiative move off of turn 2, gets a beautiful run underneath the 48 and takes 3rd place away from him. We go through turns 3 and 4 now. 70 laps of racing here at Nashville Fairgrounds with the Wild West Racing League Late Model Series as we've completed lap 1. 8 of Justin Bell and the 3 of Trey Smith running away with the lead early on. 44 and the 17 on the bottom. 17 spins the 44 in front of the whole field. Caution is out. Mike Lovelace involved. Mike Presley also getting involved with it. Derek Holochak already a lap down. Let's go back and take a quick look. 44 Tanner Ensign gets spun around. He tries getting away from it. 68 and the 4 clobber the 0 of Mike Presley. Nothing they could do about it. Trey Smith leading the way in the first caution out here tonight at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Dakota Henderson, Sean Elliott, Brighton Coleman, Mike Lovelace, Tanner Ensign, and Mike Presley all down pit road. Pace Cars lights will be off this time by Trey Smith, Justin Bell, Blake Cuttrell, Marcus Kaiser, Scott Rush, Derek Holochak, Rashawn Elliott, Peyton Burkett, Mike Lovelace, Brighton Coleman, Tanner Ensign, and Dakota Henderson down in 12th. Mike Presley down 1 in 13th. Everybody getting settled back in, ready to go racing once again here at Nashville Fairgrounds. First caution of the night coming to a close. Pace car is off. Rolling up towards the restart zone we go. Green flag back in the air. We are racing start of lap 7. Trey Smith and Justin Bell away beautifully. 48 and the 42. 89 right there with him. 89 to Derek Holochak. Really sending that number 89 Chevy Corvette all the way into the corner. Really trying to get some positions made up here after starting a lap down. 8 to Justin Bell with a big drift. Still sideways off of turn 4. Managed to recover it with a little love tap on the wall off of turn 4. Trey Smith still leading the way at the moment. 48 and the 89 right there behind him. 44 Tanner Ensign back up to the mix. Almost losing it again off of turn 2. Still big damage from the number 44 right behind the 48. 89 up to the high side off of turn 4. Trying to make a move on Trey Smith. Trey Smith holding the bottom, trying to block that move from Derek Holochak in the 89. Enters high, swings down low. 8 is around. Justin Bell crashes off of turn 2. Caution back in the air. Very loose off of turn 4 into turns 1 and 2. We go again right behind the 44. Sends it a little bit too deep in there. Recover it as the whole field rolls on by. Clips the wall as he's trying to get that thing turned back around in the number 8 of Justin Bell. Mike Presley will be the lucky dog and get his lap back. Second caution of the night here at Nashville Fairgrounds. This is Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. 3 of Trey Smith still in the lead. 89 of Derek Holochak up to second. Blake Cuttrell, Tanner Ensign, Dakota Henderson, Marcus Kaiser, Peyton Burkett, Krishan Elliott, Scott Rush, Brighton Coleman, Justin Bell, Mike Presley, and Mike Lovelace down to last. All cars racing back on the lead lap. He gets settled back down, ready to go racing this next time by. 3 on the bottom, 89 on the top. He gets settled back in, 89 warming up his tires just that little bit more. 44 of Tanner Ensign looking to do the same as we roll through turns 1 and 2. Plenty of fast cars out here tonight. 89 knows he's in one heck of a machine out here tonight in that number 89, quote, Corvette machine. Because it technically is, but it isn't at the same time, because that's just how late models are. Pace car down pit road this time, rolling up towards the restart zone we go through turns 3 and 4. 3 Trey Smith on the point for the restart. Green flag back in the air. We are racing here at Nashville Fairgrounds. Lap 14, excuse me. 89 of Derek Holochak with a beautiful start on the high side, running all the way up the midline through turns 1 and 2 with a great run, scraping off against the wall a little bit. Excuse me. Getting past the 3 of Trey Smith into turns 3 and 4 and blocking the bottom 3 of Trey Smith slides off of turn 4. Trying to keep the speed up. 48 of Blake Cuttrell all over his bumper as we go down the front stretch into turns 1 and 2 we go again. 44 Tanner Ensign watching on. Very loose. 17 gets spun around. Caution is out. Peyton Burkett off of turn 2. May have come into contact with the 5. Yes, he did. 5 of Dakota Henderson. Not sure if that was a deliberate hit, but definitely not appreciated by the number 17 of Peyton Burkett. Very hard racing out here tonight, which is usually fine. Nothing wrong with hard racing, especially in this league. These guys are the kings at racing people hard, believe me. Everybody will race you hard, but everyone enjoys being raced fair. That's the big thing about this league. You can race each other all over the racetrack, but you're not going to wreck each other for the sake of doing it. Derek Holochak up into the lead with the 3rd caution of the night. Tanner Ensign, Peyton Burkett, Mike Lovelace all down pit road. Everybody's staying on the lead lap, which is great news for Peyton Burkett. Almost going a lap down out here tonight at Nashville Fairgrounds. Pace car came around. Going to be going green flag next time by. They may have extended the caution by 1. Make sure everybody's back and caught up to the rest of the pack here. 89 choosing the high side on the restart. Leader's discretion for where he wants to start. Either on the bottom or the top of the racetrack. 89 of Derek Holochak on the point now. 3 Trey Smith, Blake Cuttrell, Dakota Henderson, Krishan Elliott, Marcus Kaiser, Justin Bell, Brighton Coleman, Scott Rush, Mike Presley, Mike Lovelace, Peyton Burkett, Tanner Ensign now in last. Pace car's lights are off. Rolling up to turns 3 and 4 we go. Down pit road this time. Rolling up towards the restart zone. 3 of Trey Smith putting his door right at the 89s. Green flag back in the air. 3 may have jumped the start a little bit there. 89 did not get away clean. We charge down into turns 1 and 2 we go again. 3 of Trey Smith up the inside trying to block the 89 off of turn 2. He manages to do it. 3 of Trey Smith back up in the lead here at Nashville Fairgrounds. My apologies, I'm fumbling all over myself tonight. Apologies for that. 3, 89, 48, 5, 91, 8, 42, 4, 68, 0, 17, 44, and the 04. Oh, three, Trey Smith around. Off a turn two. Caution back in the air. Why are we on with Dakota? Rewind a little bit. Did Trey get spun or did he spin himself? Let's go over to chase cam. Far chase. Go down to quarter speed. Nope. Drove it in a little too hard into turns 1 and 2. May have gotten a little bit of netcode assistance from the 89. Yeah, that car just stepped out completely on him. Ran a little too far down onto the yellow paint. Out here tonight, 4th caution of the night here at Nashville Fairgrounds. Mike Lovelace and Trey Smith both down pit road. Scott Rush up to 11th. Rolling behind the pace car once again. This broadcast is brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stanford Wood Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox. Veteran owned and operated, Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players, and different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, RAIDER PvE. This broadcast also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. We will be back tomorrow night with the Wild West Racing League once again with their Gen 4 Cup Series at Pocono 2009. We will be turning back the clock almost 20 years. God, where did time go? As a matter of fact, fun little fact for everybody today. On this day in 2006, the hit Pixar movie Cars came to theaters. So happy 20th birthday to our good friends over at Schmizny, because, you know, trademark and all that, and Pixar on creating a certified banger, which I'm actually probably going to go try to see in theaters if they rerun it in September. That's the current rumor at the moment, because I think that would be fun to have my eardrums blown out by the beautiful V8 of Lightning McQueen and that straight 6 of a Hudson Hornet. Man, I love those cars. I almost bought one. That's a true story. I almost bought a 53 Hudson Wasp. 4-door, whole 9 yards. It was the right color and everything. Pace car is off. Rolling up through turns 3 and 4. Green flag back in the air. We are racing. 48 of Blake Puttrell all over the door of the 89 as we get back green. 91 in the 5 right behind him. 91 way up high off of turns 1 and 2. Trying to get away from it. 3 wide behind. 44 Tanner Ensign. No, that was the 42 000 and the 44. My apologies. 27 of 70, just over a third of the way into this race. Derek Holochak leading the way and starting to run away with it. Almost a third of a second up. Looking to go 3 wide again. Justin Bell all the way down to the bottom of the racetrack. 91 of Krishan Elliott in the middle. We roll off of turns 3 and 4. 5 of Dakota Henderson getting past both of them. 8 of Justin Bell trying to fight back through the corners on the bottom of the racetrack. 28 of 70 this time by 5 Dakota Henderson up into the wall. Big hit for Henderson. His whole front wheel's exposed. Huge hit for him off of turn 2. We jump a little bit further back. Let's go over to Tanner Ensign, who's just behind him. Alongside the 5, my apologies. Tanner Ensign off of turn 2. Sneaking past the 5 of Dakota Henderson. 42 of Marcus Kaiser, which has been pretty significant front right damage out here tonight at Nashville Fairgrounds. 68 of Mike Lovelace running in the back of the field. A lot of cars scraping off the walls out here tonight. 3 of Trey Smith back up into the mix. 42 around. Caution is out. Almost cleaning out Trey Smith. 44 up into the wall. Justin Bell also involved. Whoa! We got a big one! Justin Bell on his side. Scott Rush flipped over the 8. Let's jump back and take a quick look at what happened here. Justin Bell spins it off of turn 2. Somebody else also spun it up. So let's rewind a little bit further. Somebody else spun, I know that. Okay, what are these cameras? These cameras suck. Thanks, iRacing. Okay, so this is Brighton Coleman, excuse me. 42 of Marcus Kaiser goes around. That's the one who went around in the front of your screens here. We jump further down to Justin Bell. Justin Bell is already backwards on the backstretch. So he spins up off of turn 2, comes straight across the racetrack. Nothing he can do. Cleans out the 44. Tries getting out of the way. 3 of Trey Smith comes along and destroys him. Scott Rush flips him onto his side, and he is stuck there upside down and over. Justin Bell having to get towed back to pit road, stuck on his roof. Derek Holachak, Blake Cuttrell, Tanner Ensign, and Peyton Burkett staying out. Krishawn Elliott, Trey Smith staying out. I'm amazed by that. Dakota Henderson, Mike Loveless, Mike Presley, Brighton Coleman, Marcus Kaiser all down pit road. Justin Bell down a lap, and Scott Rush down 2. Pace car's lights are off, getting ready to go green flag this time by. Out here tonight with the Wild West Racing League Late Model Series. Here on beautiful Tuesday night here in New England. Through turns 3 and 4 we go. Pace car is off. 89, 48, 44, 17, 91, 3. Off of turn 4 we go. Green flag back in the air. Just about halfway into this race. Start of lap 35. Down into turns 1 and 2. Cameras flashing on the front stretch. We get settled back into the racing. 48 and the 89 having a great race off of turn 2. Side by side back into turns 3 and 4. 48 of Blake Cuttrell trying to throw his hat into the mix for the race lead out here tonight at Nashville Fairgrounds. 89 of Derek Holachak trying to run away with it at midline, working really well for him. Off of turn 2, go get him down the backstretch. Caution is out. Mike Presley, huge one in the mirrors. These cameras, again. Okay. Mike Presley gets a little love tap from the 8. 8 tries getting around it. 68 of Mike Loveless, nowhere to go. Destroys the 8 of Justin Bell. Nothing they could do about it. 0 of Mike Presley. Still rolling out here tonight. 6th caution of the night here with the Wild West Racing League. Pace car's lights are off, getting ready to go racing once again out here tonight at Nashville Fairgrounds, just over halfway. Derek Holachak on the outside, Blake Cuttrell on the inside. 17 of Peyton Burkett, Tanner Ensign, Dakota Henderson, Trey Smith, Krishan Elliott, Mike Lovelace, and Brighton Coleman. Only 9 cars left on the lead lap. Mike Presley, Marcus Kaiser both down 1. Scott Rush down 2. Justin Bell out of the race out here tonight at Nashville Fairgrounds. Too much damage to continue after getting thrown upside down and over. And then wrecking out just a few laps later. We see the pace car dive down pit road this time, rolling up towards the restart zone. We go. Green flag back in the air. 41 of 70 laps this time out. This time by. My apologies. 30 laps to go out here tonight at Nashville Fairgrounds. Off of turns 1 and 2 we go. Whole field starting to spread back out a little bit more. 48 still trying to run this. 89 all over the racetrack. Back off of turn 4. 17 up in the mix. 44 spins around. Comes straight across the field and gets destroyed once again. Caution back in the air. Tanner Ensign. Huge one in the mirrors. Krishan Elliott and Mike Lovelace also involved. Off of turn 2. Comes straight across the 68's nose. 91 punts him into the air. 44 Tanner Ensign managing to escape any real damage once again. Krishan Elliott not having a great night out here at Nashville Fairgrounds. In the number 91 machine, we are under pace car once again for the 7th time tonight. In other automotive news for this week and this past few months, at Subi Fest at Stafford Motor Speedway in Stafford, Connecticut, the famous 2006 gold-colored Colin McRae Subaru came back to life. I was not fortunate enough to be able to go and see it, but yes, the famous X Games 2006 gold-colored Subaru from the X Games Rallycross was back, fully assembled, put back together, and in the view of the public for the first time since 2006, since the day Colin rolled it famously at X Games in the Coliseum. Of all the racetracks that everyone talks about, that is the one that, in my opinion, is the least talked about. One of the coolest rally stages ever devised, running through the Coliseum in LA. You don't see track plans for it. You can't find them. There's no, specs to the racetrack. There's nothing anymore. And it really kind of sucks, because it's like, man, with the right time and the right money, somebody could probably implement that into a game, and we could have some serious fun on that race course, because that was a fun track to watch. I was 4. I actually remember watching that race live as 4. It's one of my earliest memories. I was just 4 years old. And I was a fan. I've always just been a fan of the color blue, so obviously I was rooting for Pastrana in the blue Subaru. But that run with McRae, flipping it over, landing it back on all 4 tires and still going, still sticks with me as the pace car dives down pit road once again. 89, 17, 3, 5, 48, 44, 4 in the 91. Green flag back in the air, 24 laps to go. Mike Lovelace with a black flag out here tonight for a penalty. It's not showing us what it is. 24 laps to go. 17 of Peyton Burkett back up into the mix for this race out here tonight. 23 laps to go as we charge through turns 3 and 4 again. 17 in the 89 off of turn 4. Both of them a little bit sideways, keeping it straight though off of turn 4. 17 door to door with the 89, running him all over the racetrack. Back through turns 1 and 2, trying to cut him off. Can't quite do it. 17 in the 89, still battling it out right at their quarter panels with each other. Off of turn 4, 17 of Peyton Burkett in the lead for the moment. Caution back in the air. Trey Smith getting towed back to pit road. Let's just rewind and take a look at what happened here. More airtime for another race car out here tonight. 48 and the 3 came together. 3 getting hooked on the 48. Nothing he could really do except for hold the brake. getting a black flag penalty for unsafe pit entry. Trey Smith down 2 laps. Last car on the track, 17 of Peyton Burkett, 89 of Derek Holochak, both down pit road this time. Dakota Henderson will be your race leader. Mike Lovelace right there behind him will be in second. Brighton Coleman and Mike Presley. Everybody else down pit road. Peyton Burkett, Derek Holochak, Blake Cuttrell, Kershawn Elliott, and Tanner Ensign all down pit road. Pace car's lights are off, getting ready to go racing once again out here tonight. Dakota Henderson choosing the top, Mike Lovelace on the bottom. For the restart, Brighton Coleman, Mike Presley, Peyton Burkett, Derek Holochak, Tanner Ensign, Blake Cuttrell, Marcus Kaiser, and Kershawn Elliott. Trey Smith still down pit road. Scott Rush down 2. Only 10 cars left on the lead lap out here tonight at Nashville Fairgrounds. 8th caution of the night. Pace car is off. Rolling up towards the restart zone we go. Green flag back in the air. 17 laps to go. 5 Dakota Henderson with a big slide on the restart. 68 of Mike Lovelace right there alongside him. Charge down into turns 1 and 2. 68 or 86. 89. That's the one. 89 of Derek Holochak. God, I'm getting confused. 89 of Holochak just sending it back up into the top 3. All the way back up into 3rd. Couple cars sliding over the racetrack as we get settled back in out here tonight at Nashville Fairgrounds. 15 laps to go. 5 Dakota Henderson scraping up against the wall. We go through turns 3 and 4, excuse me. 68 of Mike Lovelace on the bottom. 89 right there behind him. Off of turn 4, past start-finish line. Here we go. 15 to go this time by. 68 of Mike Lovelace up into the lead. 89 of Derek Holochak looking to get past the 5 of Dakota Henderson. Right there alongside him, sends it into turn 3 once again, sliding up across the nose of the 5 just a little bit. Managed to get the move going. Caution back in the air. This is slowly devolving into Bristol from the Gen 4 series, and I'm not appreciating it. Marcus Kaiser with an incident. Oh, and his engine blew. 91 of Kershawn Elliott dumped the 42 into turn 3. Not sure what happened there. 42 trying to keep it rolling, blows his engine as he rolls down the front stretch. Nothing he could do about that. Kershawn Elliott has crashed. Tanner Ensign, Mike Presley, Marcus Kaiser, all down pit road. Mike Lovelace, Derek Holochak, Dakota Henderson, Peyton Burkett, Blake Cuttrell, Brighton Coleman, and Kershawn Elliott both down pit road this time. Dakota Henderson down pit road this time. Pace car's lights are off, ready to go racing once again out here tonight at Nashville Fairgrounds as we roll off at turn 2. 60 and Mike Loveless on the point. Derek Holachat falling back a little bit. Peyton Burkett, Blake Cuttrell, Tanner Ensign, Mike Presley, Dakota Henderson, and Brighton Coleman. Scott Rush down one lap. Krishan Elliott, Marcus Kaiser, Trey Smith, Justin Bell all out of the race. Green flag back in the air, 10 laps to go. 60 and Mike Loveless on the bottom with plenty of damage to the front right fender on that race car as we get settled back in. 17 of Peyton Burkett on the bottom pushing him. 89 on the high side with the 48 right there with him running the midline off of turn 4. 89, excuse me. I'm not used to seeing him as a number on my timesheet. Apologies for that. 89 running all over the 68 on the high side. 48 and the 17 coming together behind him. 17 looking to go 3 wide. Oh! 48 spins the 17. Still green. 8 laps to go. 68 gets dumped by the 89. Caution back in the air. Derek Holachat dumps the 68 of Mike Loveless into turn 1. Let's jump back and take another look. 89 slid up off of turn 4 and just destroyed the 68 of Mike Loveless. Tried breaking out of it, just couldn't do it once it started. Blake Cuttrell up to lead of this race out here tonight. Nope, Derek Holachat resuming the first place position. Going down pit road, maybe. Yes, he is due to the damage on the number 89. 17 down pit road as well. Blake Cuttrell, Tanner Ensign staying out. Mike Presley, Brighton Coleman, and Dakota Henderson staying out as well. Mike Loveless also down pit road with damage. Scott Rush may be back on the lead lap. Yes, he will be. As the lucky dog. Out here tonight with the Wild West Racing League, brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stanford Witt Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox, veteran-owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players, and different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE. This broadcast also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios. Pace car's lights are off. Getting ready to go racing once again. Blake Cuttrell on the bottom, Tanner Ensign on the top this time. Brighton Coleman, Mike Presley, Dakota Henderson, Derek Holachat, Peyton Burkett, Mike Loveless, and Scott Rush. Pace car down pit road this time. 10th caution of the night coming to a close here at Nashville Fairgrounds. Rolling back into turns 3 and 4 we go, and into the restart zone. Green flag back in the air. 3 laps to go here at Nashville. 44 and the 48 away clean. Down into turns 1 and 2. 44 did not get the start he wanted. Stuck on the high side into turns 1 and 2. Apologies for that. 4 pounding the wall off of turn 2. 48 of Blake Cuttrell running away with it over a second clear and racing. Caution back in the air. Holachat to the end of the field. Take a quick look. 89 spins the 4 and himself into turn 3. Nothing they can really do about it at that point. Caution back in the air. We are going to overtime here with Tier 1 Studios and the Wild West Racing League Late Model Series here on Tuesday night. Blake Cutterell, Mike Presley. Brighton Coleman. Excuse me, Mike Presley. No, okay. I would love it if people actually got into the order they needed to be in. Be like Bruce Almighty. All of a sudden, we're fixed. Everything works. Hooray! Blake Cutterell, Mike Presley, Dakota Henderson, Peyton Burkett, Brighton Coleman, Derek Holochak, Tanner Ensign, Mike Lovelace, and Scott Rush. Rashawn Elliott, Marcus Kaiser, Trey Smith, and Justin Bell all out of the race out here tonight at Nashville Fairgrounds. Pace car's lights are off. 11th caution of the night coming to a close. Green, white, checkered finish out here tonight. Rolling down the backstretch, everybody getting settled back in. Blake Cutterell, Mike Presley, Dakota Henderson, Peyton Burkett, Derek Holochak, Brighton Coleman, Mike Lovelace, Tanner Ensign, and Scott Rush. Pace car is off. Rolling through turns 3 and 4 we go. Green flag back in the air. We are racing, hopefully for the final time tonight. 2 laps to go. 17 shoving to 0 all the way down into turn 1. 3 wide for the lead as we go through turns 1 and 2. 48 gets punted up to the high side. Dakota Henderson gets punted 4 of Brighton Coleman around. 17 around after the caution comes out. 12th caution of the night. Oh. I didn't realize we weren't going back to green. My apologies, folks. Once again, a weird way to finish this race. Blake Cutterell wins it. So much for overtime. Okay. My apologies. Blake Cutterell, Dakota Henderson, and Peyton Burkett are your top 3 out here tonight at Nashville Fairgrounds. Congratulations to Blake Cutterell. Let's see if we can get him in here.
What column, love?
Blake Cuttrell, this is Pat Wilkinson up the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Pat. What's up?
So much for overtime out here tonight with the late model series, but congratulations on the win, regardless, in the number 48 Lowe's Impala SS. Talk us through it out here tonight.
Yeah, man. Well, I was quick. I was behind the 17 and the 89. They were pretty quick all race, but they ended up getting a little bit of trouble there. I guess the seas kind of parted there at the end, the last caution, and then I kind of had control of it from there. I knew I was good as long as I keep them behind me.
Well, it worked out for you in the end. Congratulations as we continue watching you burn it down out
Hell
here
yeah.
tonight in the number 48. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we sign off?
No, I just want to say thank you to Trey, Kaiser, Tanner, Sean. Love them for, letting me race with them, being part of GLM, all that good stuff. Super fun coming out here. Appreciate them. Everybody who puts it together. And you, Pat, for broadcasting.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much. And congratulations once again on the big win out here tonight in the late model series.
Thank you.
Let's get Dakota Henderson in here next.
What has
Dakota
got
Henderson,
going
this
on?
is Pat Wilkinson up the booth. You got me?
Hey, man, how's it going?
Congratulations on the P2 out here tonight. Didn't realize we weren't going to do any overtime. Congratulations once again, and talk us through that last few laps.
Oh, I just fucking had to pull up my sleeves, hop in my canoe, and start rolling, trying to get to that front. So I mean, the 48 we're going to maybe get the drag race. So I got a little left tap from I don't even know what number that was, left tap from somebody, but luckily I stayed in position and just fucking kept my elbows up, kept paddling. Got me a second place.
Worked out for you in the end. A respectable second place finish out here tonight at Nashville Fairgrounds. Congratulations once again. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we sign off?
Yeah, you always got a friend. If you need somebody to talk to, don't have anybody, 988. Don't be afraid to call, talk to someone. You got a choice.
Couldn't have put it better myself. Thanks for joining us up in the booth, and hope to see more of you tomorrow night.
All right, don't threaten me, man. Have a good one.
You too. Thank you. Let's get Peyton Burkett in here next. I believe he's actually in the truck at the moment, debating on talking to Holochak and Enzyme over something that happened during the course of the race, so we will pass on the interview for him tonight. However, for right now, this has been Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. My name is Pat Wilkinson up in the booth. This has been the Wild West Racing League Late Model Series, brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stand for Wit Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox. This broadcast also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube once again. Thank you all for joining us on another beautiful Tuesday night here in New England with the Wild West Racing League Late Model Series here at Nashville Fairgrounds. And until next time, goodbye, farewell, and amen.
This isn't just another sim race, this isn't just another online league, and this isn't just another trophy on a shelf. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Drivers choose the charity. Talent chooses the winner. The culture is strong, but the competition is stronger. Most events focus on just one cause, not here. Each driver selects a charity to race for, leaving dozens of causes in contention as drivers fight for a place in the top 5.
Think you've got what it takes to join the Charity Cup Series? Find a cause you believe in and buckle up. This is more than your everyday sim racing experience. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Yeah. Fired up. This one's for the drivers. Out Out in the shop, late night lights, grease on our hands, chasing lap times, every turn, every line we find. Trying to build that edge you feel when you drive. From the blacktop tracks to the dirt out back, we've been putting in work, yeah, we live like that. Not just fast for a lap, we make it last. So when it counts, you're gone on the gas. We don't guess, we know what it takes. Every setup built from the ground, we break. If you want that feel when the car locks in, you're in the right place. Let's go win. Yeah, we built for 'em. Yeah, we built for the win. Hammer down, let it ride, do it all again. From the green flag flying to the checkered drop, with a reason you're leading tier 1. Set up shop tier 1. Take it straight to the front. League nights, open runs, we're the ones you want. Dialed in speed, yeah, we don't miss shots. If you wanna win races, tier 1, set up shop. Got weekly sets ready, ready to roll. Quality trim sharp, race pace control. Builders in the lab, yeah, they stay on it. Every tweak, every change, we gain on it. Need it custom fit, yeah, we do that too. Built to match your style, what you like to do. And it ain't just speed, it's a team right here. We ride together every lap, every gear, yeah, we test, we tune, we put in the miles. Turn bad weeks into victory smiles. From rookies to pros, we're all about growth. Now fire that motor, let's get to the front. Yeah, we built for the win, yeah, we built for the win. Hammer down, let it ride, do it all again. From the green flag flying to the checkered drop, with a reason you're leading tier 1. Set up shop tier 1. Yeah, you know the name. When the pressure's on, we bring the game. From the shop to the track, yeah, we don't stop. If you wanna win races, tier 1, set up shop. See you in victory lane. Tier 1, set up shop.